Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy Show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome, everybody, to the 200th episode of Tom Clark's Main Event. I'm your host, the aforementioned Tom Clark, and man, is that some cheeseball 80s music that I got queued up for you. It's the worst thing ever, but that was kind of the point. All of you old school pro wrestling fans out there hopefully will appreciate the new logo. If it reminds you of Worldwide Wrestling, I hope so, because that was the intention. So, yeah, trust me, any of you guys watching for the first time, you don't know the difference, right? But for all of you longtime viewers and or listeners, or both, you know that this is something different for me. And I assure all of you, it is all meant to be very tongue-in-cheek. You can't take yourself too seriously, folks. Having said that, it's episode 200, Jack. So I'm very pumped. I'm very psyched. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been kind of nervous about this. This has been a lot of work by yours truly and a great friend behind the scenes. Big shout out to Nathan Wortman today, my producer for Tom Clark's Main Event. And he's also helped me quite a bit on my second podcast, Tom Clark's 6M podcast. So there you go. So happy Friday to you. The butterflies are going away. Hope everybody is doing freaking great. Hope you all are having the best day. It is cold and windy where I am, but let's go ahead and get some brands thrown up on the screen, shall we? Because, man, it's fun stuff. There's the new logo. Holy God, I'm loving that crap. That was some work in Photoshop, let me tell you. Yeah, man, it was very cool to do that. Before we start saying hello, let me tell you guys up front that we have a bunch of shout outs from various different people in the business. A lot of these folks that I know personally, and means loads to me that we had so many people step up. This is all, again, thanks to Nate Dogg himself, who stepped up and made all of this happen. I didn't know he was doing it, to be quite honest with you. So a lot of the stuff I've got queued up today, I have either seen them, maybe like a preview, or I've not seen them at all. So be patient with me today as we knock some of these out. But how about we get one out of the way right off the bat? What better way to kick off episode 200 than with the champ himself? Are you intrigued? I was too. Check this out.
Hey Tom, it's the national treasure and the real world's champion, Nick Aldis, and I'm here to congratulate you on a big milestone in your podcasting career, my friend. 200 episodes, that's a big deal. Congratulations. Here's to 10 pounds of gold and to 200 episodes more of Tom Clark's Main Event.
How cool is that? The NWA, can you see that? The NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis, the national treasure himself. Again, big thanks to Nathan for making this happen. Very, very cool. Very humbling, if I'm being honest with you. There's a lot more to come, by the way. This whole episode is action-packed, baby, from start to finish. Bunches of shout-outs, a few surprises along the way, as if that isn't surprise enough, right? You start off the show with the World Heavyweight Champion. For God's sake. Are you kidding me? What else can you ask for? Besides this, all this hairy goodness in front of you. It's gross, isn't it? All right, so enough going on and on about me because, I'm kind of making this all about myself. Hey, listen, it was a lot of hard work, I'm just saying. Don't anybody fret. I've not forgot about you, the loyal viewers. Let's get the ticker going. It's the 200th episode. Let's get some hellos going right now, my friends. It's too many to look at. So yes, how's everybody doing? Big Nate Dogg in the house. Again, big thanks to Nate, my producer, for making all of this possible. Not only did he make the videos possible, but he's the tech that I'm using the desktop PC I'm using. This is all thanks to him. The MacBook that I have is freaking awesome. It can't churn out enough power that I need to do this show if I'm being blunt with you. So he hooked the brother up, and much thanks to Nate for making that happen. Gary, what's up? My boss, brother, and comrade in High Velocity Wrestling. Thank you, my friend Viper, the one and only Viper, for hanging out today, man. Thanks for watching the show again, brother. So many great people to thank. Victor, what's up? Thank you for being a regular viewer, my friend. The same to Sandy. Mark just wants to hear me say Cameron Grimes. So guess what? Cameron Grimes. How about that? And ladies and gentlemen, the guest star of guest stars, the boy, Wesley Clark. What's up, son? Say hello.
Hi.
It's the enthusiasm. It's contagious, isn't it? It's the 200th episode. Wave hello. Get down here where they can see you. There it is.
I'm too tall.
You're much too tall for me, to be honest with you. You're growing. Got to knock that crap off. So you're not taller than me, my friend. I'm 6'3". You got a little while to go before you get there, but you'll get there.
I'm 5'1". So
Look, Elvis said the king is here. He's talking about you, kid. How you like that?
I don't have a crown yet.
Sandy in Germany, what's up? Talking about how, yeah, see, saying hello. What's up, Jeff? Welcome to the 200th episode, my friend. Tim, what's going on? My apologies for not hitting every single person on here so far. What's up, Shane? Hope you guys are doing great. What's up, Linda? Toby, thank you very much, my friend. Fra, what's up to you, my friend? Happy Friday to you. Yes, everybody, again, big deal for yours truly. I promise you, we've got some pro wrestling stuff. That's why you tuned in, right? Not just to see this and to see the boy, but to hear about some pro wrestling stuff. So let's go ahead and get to the major headlines. And as I said before, I assure you, we've got bunches more shout outs on the way. I just saw another, he's actually behind me, isn't he? He's behind me. Don't mess with him or he'll get down. Can you see him? Hold on.
Wrong way.
No, is it the wrong way?
Other way.
Yeah, you can barely see him. It's all right. So, yeah, man. So, let's see. Brandon says he looked like well, maybe he's taken a few bumps in the ring. He's run the ropes a couple of times, so we'll see what happens, Brandon. All right, folks. Sandy, my friend, I've not forgot about you. I promise you that. In fact, how do you follow up the world? Sandy, you want to go ahead and do this? How do you follow up the world's heavyweight champion? How do you do that exactly? How about the one and only Sandy from Germany?
Hey Tom, Sandy from Germany here. Congrats on the 200th episode of Wrestling Rumors main event. Yeah.
I'm like the Undertaker. I made you famous, baby. You like that? I'm playing. Sandy, thank you very much for that, man. That was pretty cool to see that from you. You've been a regular, I think, since the minute I started here on Wrestling Rumors, or took the show here, I should say. So, yes, we do have some shout-outs galore coming up. Everybody, please be patient with me today. Lots of stuff to talk about, lots of stuff to get to. Yes, indeed. Some headlines to get to. Let's go ahead and get some rapid-fire headlines out of the way first, if we can. Randy Orton is your 14-time heavyweight champion of the world, defeating Drew McIntyre. I don't know if this is a surprise to any one of us out there. I think we all sort of thought that it was going to happen. Are you shocked by any of this, by the way? What's up, Shannon? I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier. What are your thoughts on the match? I thought it was a very good match. I'm not crazy about, taking bumps off the side of the cell, but it is what it is. They're big boys. They can take care of themselves. But I thought it looked good. James is hitting me with some stuff. I've seen the video of her in tears. I think it's atrocious. I think it's dreadful what WWE is doing with the WWE Superstars Twitch accounts and whatnot. But listen, James, here's what I'll tell you and everyone else asking about this and having heartburn over it. Not to belittle it, don't get me wrong here. It's WWE. I say the same thing every time I'm asked about something that's touchy or controversial from them. It's my same reply every time. What more do you expect from this company? Are you surprised by anything that happens? I mean, no disrespect to Paige. I mean, but at this point, if you don't know what you're getting into when you get in bed with the McMahon family, no disrespect, but my God, we all kind of know, don't we? Listen, I'm not trying to portray them as, ooh, they're mustache twirling villains with the top hats, and ooh, they've got Paige tied to the railroad tracks. I don't mean it like that. Let's don't be melodramatic here. But they made a business decision. A lot of us disagree with it. A lot of the superstars disagree with it, as well they should. It's a company, man. Sometimes they don't make decisions based on, well, this is fair for the talent. They're looking at it in other terms. They're looking at it from other viewpoints. And some of those viewpoints we don't understand, that we don't get. It is what it is, man. Do you hear the DOG walking around now? So there you go. Yeah, walking around. Let's see. Brian says, very good match. Do you think Randy, that was his tail hitting the floor, by the way. Would you quit? A very good match. Do you think Randy will beat Flair's record? Ryan, if anybody were going to beat it, I'd be okay with Randy beating it. If you're Randy, do you want to beat it? That's the question. I would not be surprised if they had Randy get 16 times. Randy's still got time left. It's not like look at Randy, he's broken down. I mean, no disrespect to Naito, but he's probably in much better shape than Naito is. I mean, wouldn't you think? I'm just throwing it out there to you, man. So he's got plenty of time left. Let's also talk about the other top champion in WWE. Roman crowned the tribal chief in what was a very, I don't want to say odd thing. I mean, it was kind of cool to see Alpha and Sika. I mean, I totally get it where they're going with this, but at the same time, he's really healing out, isn't he, on his own family? I don't know. I mean, listen, let's just face facts, man. He's never looked better than he has right now. He's never been more comfortable since the very beginnings with the Shield, if we're calling it for what it is. Roman's doing freaking great. All the best to him. It's just, I'm glad he's healthy. I'm glad he's happy. I'm glad that this is finally going the way it should have gone to begin with. All the best, again, to him and his. But at the same time, it's kind of an odd fit for me personally. Like, he's healing out in his own family. But Toby with a hot take says this Roman thing is ridiculous. Well, there you go. Not everyone agrees with me. Montrese, welcome to the show. Glad you made number 200. Thank you very much. She says he broke her heart. So yes, Shannon, indeed, the dog has to make his presence known for sure. Robbie, always with some thought-provoking questions and statements. He says, to me, I may be the only one, but the Sasha Bailey match was so good it should have been the main event. You know what? I would have been okay with that. It was a really, really good match. I can't argue with that at all. Tim says Orton was great. Looking forward to Orton Reigns Survivor Series. Troy, my man, what's up, brother? Looks like it's going the direction of the Bloodline stable, and I'm okay with that. But Troy, here's what I will posit to you, my friend. I've heard a lot of talk about, well, listen, Paul Heyman's got this history with the Samoans. And dude, on the face of it, it makes 110% perfect sense. I cannot and will not argue the point at all. However, here's what I'll say to you. I hope that it's just Roman and Heyman for a good while. Do you know what I mean? If it leads to it, it leads to it, and it's all good. But at the same time, I don't know. I think I just kind of want to see them two, just those two. There it is. I am in the South. No excuse. I don't got the schooling to talk proper. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'd just rather see those two just hang out and be a duo for a while. Not that I want to see them mimic, Heyman and Lesnar or anything crazy. I don't want that, but that's just my take. Timothy says, I don't know if it's true that Vince wanted Randy Orton to put the title belt on him because when Drew was champion, ratings were going down. Timothy, I don't think you can use that as a proper gauge during the COVID era. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair to Drew. And here's this. What if ratings stay exactly the same from this point on, or even dip? No one's going to blame Randy, right? No, I mean, no, I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying for the popular opinion out there that could be. No one's going to blame Orton, are they? They shouldn't. No, just like no one should have blamed Drew. But I could be totally wrong, and the thing flip-flops, and next thing you know, they're hitting record numbers. What's up, Eric? Thanks for hanging out, brother. I'm celebrating number 200. Life is good. I don't have much to complain about today, my friend. I hope everything's well with you. Elvis says Lana is saving Raw. Elvis says Lana is saving Raw. Elvis, my friend, I have two words for you.
Hot garbage.
Why does that make me laugh so hard? Like I've not seen that. Yes, that's Big E, by the way. Anyway, hot garbage, Elvis. Did you enjoy that? Did everyone get a kick out of that? Who are you? Can I see a show of hands? Who enjoyed that? That's going to become a full-time part of the show. It's fun stuff, kids. Fun stuff. So Shannon says Drew is a great champion. I agree. I thought he did just fine. Montrese says we don't need Brock right now. Honestly, Montrese, I could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. Brennan appreciated that. Thank you, my friend. It's cool, right? Troy says, calling it now, Lana to be the sole survivor, so I would not be surprised in the slightest. Ryan says, I seriously just laughed during work. Very cool. Thank you, guys. I'm a nerd. Full disclosure. I'm an overgrown man-child. In case you didn't know, now you know. So, oh, Troy, let me tell you something, my friend. You guys keep hitting me with some silliness, and you'll keep getting the button. Don't make me press the button again. God bless it. I entertain myself like you can't even imagine. So, anyone tuning into this show who's never watched it's like, who's this clown with the beard and the bass and the mic and the headphones and the pop vinyls? What's he doing? What's he on about? Well, guess what? I'm on about it. So I don't know where I was going with that. So, Elvis, I'm just playing, man. Hey, Elvis says you have to give Lana credit. She's taking one for the team. I can't argue with that. When you talk to me about who's the top female talents to be spotlighted in that company, I would not say Lana. She's improved. I don't see her as a, and I always say the words no disrespect. She would take great disrespect to this. I think she's better as a talent outside the ring. Listen, it's not my call. I'm not in her boots. I'm not working her deal. I'm not, you see what I'm saying? It's her life, baby. Whatever they want to do is all good with me. And if she gets tons better, listen, I'll put it to you this way. I've said this about stars in the past who I didn't think were cut out to do what they were getting booked to do, and they surprised me. They came back and they shocked me, and they got much better. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. I have no problem being wrong. No problem being wrong. Toby says, stop it. Nobody goes to a table like Lana. I don't know. Mae Young did pretty well. Troy says, thoughts on Miz winning Money in the Bank and Tucker turning heel. Man, everybody's talking about how it's 10 years ago, 2010, all of a sudden. I guess there's worse things than giving it to Miz. I don't think I want to see a grown man called Tucky. It's Tucky. I don't know where that even came. What? Come on. Yawn. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not invested in the Tucker and Otis storyline, if I'm being totally blunt with you. I like Otis. I think he's fun. I think he's entertaining. He feels like one of those guys that they say, hey, Otis, go over there and do that. And he goes, okay. And they just point him in the direction and he goes and does it. That's taking one for the team. Let's be brutally honest here. That's taking one for the team. Can you guys see me okay? I forgot to, oh, that's bright. Look out. I forgot to turn the light on. Have I been blurry this whole time? In my haste to go live, I kind of forgot that the lighting in this office is not the best you've ever seen. Is that better? Yikes. If you're just listening to the show, you don't know I've been broadcasting in the dark this whole time. I got a face made for radio, baby. Believe that. Shannon says the Raw Women's Survivor Series team is fire. I know it's lit. I get it. I got it. I'm not totally uncool. Okay. It depends on who you ask. Let's talk about hell in a cell. Or as the boss says, hell in a cell. R-Truth defeated Drew Gulak for the WWE 24/7 Championship. Roman Reigns in the curtain jerk. Yeah, right. Semi-main event, maybe, maybe should have been. I don't know. Defeated Jey Uso, and of course, afterward, as we said before, crowned the tribal chief officially. Elias defeated Jeff Hardy by disqualification. The Miz defeated Otis, as we said before, to become the new Mr. Money in the Bank. Sasha Banks defeated Bayley in a Hell in a Cell. Lashley defeated Slapjack. Lashley defeated Slapjack. You know what I got to say about that?
Hot garbage.
I don't think that will ever not be funny, kids. Ever. Slapjack. Should have just called him Flapjack and covered him in syrup. I don't know. That's his gimmick. You can't grapple him. He's covered in syrup. I don't know. God bless it. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? They were watching a grown man in a hockey mask calling himself Slapjack. Slapjack. Unbelievable. Cherie says Sasha and Bayley were the best match of the whole night. I agree with you totally. Brian says Miz needs a better storyline. Well, brother, it's coming. He's Mr. Money in the Bank now. It's coming. Jamel says, what's up, Jamel? Why put it on Otis in the first place? You know why? Because it was different. It was something to do. And they said, well, just put it on him now. We'll take it off him later. I don't know if that's true. That's how it feels, yes? So, yeah, I don't know. Shannon, Riddle. Yeah, Riddle. Are we really surprised? Listen, it's not my hill to die on. I think Matt Riddle has not looked like Matt Riddle since he got to Raw. If I'm being brutally honest, since he got to the main roster. So, Frost says, don't know what's worse with Retribution. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Troy says, I wish they had Bayley batter Sasha and Hell in a Cell, then keep her off TV until the Rumble, then have her win it. Then let her win the big one at Mania. That would, you know what? I'm good with that booking. I think that would have been cool. James says, I see Miz versus Morrison coming. I agree with that as well. And, of course, the last match, Orton defeating McIntyre to become the new WWE Heavyweight Champion. The reigning, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, yeah, 14 times, kids. What do we think about that? While you're contemplating what to say, how's about we do a couple more shout-outs? Now, we've got a couple, well, not a couple. We got several more shout-outs. And I know what you're thinking. We're supposed to be talking wrestling, Tom. I don't really care. It's my show. I don't mean to be rude. Relax. Besides, you should find these fun. Here's one that some of you fans may know. How about this one?
Hey, Tom, this is Veda Scott, and I heard that you are celebrating a little bit of a milestone, that it is time for episode 200 of Tom Clark's Main Event. That is quite the accomplishment. Very good luck to you in the future. Very excited about this, and I'm sure that another 200 are just around the corner. Good luck, Tom.
Veda Scott. Very good worker. She's been on commentary on AEW Dynamite. I know you guys have seen it. I think she's done AEW Dark, maybe a little bit of both. So yeah, very cool. And again, big thanks to Nate Dogg for making these shout outs possible. I appreciate it, my friend. So yeah, we've got a bunch more on the way. Trust me. I mean, we may even go over an hour today. This is the 4-hour edition of Tom Clark's Main Event. You don't have anywhere to be, do you? For God's sake, where else have you got to be but here? You don't have a real life, do you? Jeez. Just forego lunch and bathroom breaks. If you got to go to the bathroom, take the electronic device with you. Don't tell me what happens. That's disgusting. Okay. So there you go. Let's see. Brendan says, I see Morrison beating Miz for Money in the Bank. It could happen. They could bounce that thing around like crazy, couldn't they? Shane says they should just have called Matt Riddle bro. Shane, listen, don't let them hear you say that, my friend. They'll take it. Elvis says, Tom, if you're a wrestler, what would you want your name to be? Well, my working name as a heel pro wrestling manager and later as a babyface was Bishop. I was Bishop. That was it, just Bishop. And for some reason, I gravitated toward the religious connotations in a name. I don't even know why. First, it was priest, then it was prophet, and I landed on Bishop. I have no idea why. I was asked if it was about and like an alien reference. It really wasn't. It was just something that I just sort of landed on the name Bishop. So that was my name for a long time. And in fact, I answered to the name Bishop for a while in the locker room and stuff. Sometimes people would use those guys that knew my first name would say Tom, and I wouldn't even answer because I just got used to it. It's listen, the culture in pro wrestling. If Gary's still here, he can tell you. There he is. What's up, brother? Gary can tell you for sure. Once you get that name, once you get that working name, and you hear it used so often, you just get used to it. You just get used to it. You answer to it, which is a very odd thing. I've not been bishop in years. It's not. That was a great time. It was a fun time, but I like being the guy behind the scenes. I love doing play by play, and I love doing the social media stuff. I'm not really. I got to get on camera. It's not really my gig. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great stars in HVW that deserve the camera time way more than I ever do. So, Diane in the UK, Diane, you got to send me a friend request. You know why? Because I collect friends. Like Vince McMahon collects superstars and pro wrestling talent, I collect friends. So as I cannot book you and misuse you on my main roster. That way I ensure you're no one else's friend. You can't go work for anybody else. Anyways, Danny said I met Mike Mooneyham. Oh, where'd you go? His lovely wife a couple weeks ago, and they couldn't have been nicer. There you go. So Mike and I spoke occasionally online. He's somebody I'd like to get to know on a personal level. I just haven't made it happen yet. He's very approachable though. Troy says, rumor has it Orton will keep the belt to face Edge. Yeah, that's the rumor. What are your thoughts on Edge having one last run? I'm okay with it, dude. As long as he's safe, as long as he's okay. And I'm sure he'll be ready. We'll see. We've barely begun to scratch the surface of what an Edge 2.0 looks like. You know what I mean? We barely got out the gate until he got hurt again. I'm okay with it. Am I okay with the company rewinding to 10, 15, 20 years ago? Dude, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can lament the fact. I can argue with it. I can grieve over it for days on end. It won't do me any good, right? It won't do me any good. It is what it is. But to answer your question, honestly, I mean, I'm okay with it. As long as he's happy and healthy and if they're utilizing him properly, sure. Why not? I guess, you know? Gary says, that's how you're in my phone, Bishop. There you go, brother. Actually, you're in my phone as Viper, if I'm being honest with you. I'm pretty sure you are. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. In fact, I know you are. I'm not going to give out your number. No worries. In fact, I'm pretty sure you are. Yeah. There he is. Vibe, your number's not there, I assure you. Or was it? Oh, crap. Don't anybody call Gary. I'm sorry. Don't anybody pause that and crank phone call Viper. My apologies, bro. Yikes. I didn't realize it was there. Brian said, heard Taker making another run. Bite your tongue. Clean out of your head. No disrespect to Taker, but time to take it home. I hope he's took it home because, yikes. He's done more than enough for that company. They shouldn't be knocking on his door anymore. I mean, enjoy retirement because he's earned it. And I don't say that to be a jerk. I'm saying it honestly. Enjoy it. You've earned it. Enjoy your family. Enjoy healing up and you know, being a normal guy. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell you what to do, right? It's your life. Do what you want to do, right? I'm not one of those guys that, if he comes back, he's going to ruin his career. I don't think that. I would like to see him be able to be safe, happy, and healthy and heal up, as I said before. Troy says, I know a lot of people complain about older guys getting a run and coming back part-time, which is what Edge would be doing, especially when they put the belt on them. Goldberg, yeah, you're right. And Goldberg's teased it. He's already talked about coming back too. So he'll be back. I mean, I could complain all day long, dude, like I said, but I have to deal with what's in front of me. Like everyone getting upset at John back in the day when he was the top guy and people were saying he shouldn't be here. They should fire him. I'm like, fire him for what? Fire him for what? That makes no sense. What? Do you know what I mean? I mean, it seems ridiculous to me that we're even talking about that or that we were talking about that at the time. It seems silly. You have to deal with what's in front of you. This company has a massive penchant for bringing back the veterans. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. What are you going to do? Timothy says, Tom, are you okay with Randy versus Roman the next? It doesn't really have any long-lasting implications. It's just Survivor Series, one brand versus the other, right? I'm okay with it. What's up, Keith? Rumor has it that Orton may drop the title of The Fiend briefly, but win it back before WrestleMania to face. I could see that, to face Edge and push the potential for title reigns with Cena and Flair before Orton retires. Yeah, I still don't see Orton retiring anytime soon. Just said he put Taker in Hall of Fame, so he has a reason to enjoy retirement without feeling commitment. Yeah, and again, whatever is good for him, he should do it. If he wants to come back, let him come back. If he doesn't, he shouldn't. Going old school territory on you here. If you could choose 1 star from World Class Championship Wrestling and 1 star from Smoky Mountain Wrestling to have a match, who would they be? Yikes. Tracy Smothers and Kevin Von Erich. By the way, rest in peace, Tracy Smothers, a legend in the pro wrestling business. I sent a shout out on the High Velocity Wrestling Facebook page earlier this week. That would be my pick. And you know what? They may have faced off. I don't know. I have no idea. I've not looked it up. But that would work for me. Shane says the match of the year, Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. Looking forward to it. Yes, sir. We will get there. I assure you we will get there. We got lots of other stuff to talk about. Let's do another shout out. How you guys feel about a shout out? Let's do this.
Tom Clark, I hear that you are about to record your 200th episode of Tom Clark's Main Event. So I just wanted to say congratulations on that. That is a big milestone and a lot of talking. So I hope that you take your Ricola or whatever you need for your throat, drink a lot of water, and keep on talking, keep on making content, and make sure everybody listens to Tom Clark's Main Event.
That was Camille from the NWA. How cool is that? The strong and silent type most of the time. But you know what? Very cool. Very cool. She's slumming it. People slum it when they talk to me. Don't you understand? I mean, come on. I'm a blue collar guy. Come on here, guys. Really. You know what I mean? I'm a working class podcaster. So, got to pay the mortgage, baby. I'm just saying. That's what I do. That's what I do. A quick note about ratings. If you want to, let's do it. Last week, SmackDown 1.987. This week they're on FS1, a massive drop. It is what it is, 881,000. Last week for Raw, 1.77 million. This week down just a scoosh, 1.732 million. There be your ratings for Raw and SmackDown. There you go. Danny says, Flair, well, where'd you go? Danny says, Flair's record being broken by someone in the future used to bother me. Being a real smart fan, I know Flair has at least 21. Yeah, that's true. If unofficial 21, right? Yes, she talks. You should know. Timothy, it's coming, my friend. Miss Lopez, you are extremely late. You're extremely late. My God in heaven. How do we kick the show off without you in the mix? You missed all kinds of great shout outs. Be sure you go back and watch. You missed the world champion. Are you kidding? You missed it. Alma, happy belated birthday. Welcome back. So, Toby says, Tom popular with the lady. Toby, there's one thing that I've been accused of a lot of things over the years. Being popular with the ladies has never been one of them, I assure you. So, Mark says, Mark, what's up, brother? Alma says, Ricky Moore, Rob Gibson versus Junior Hernandez, Chris Adams. I'll go for that for sure. I don't really, Reggie, can I be blunt with you, my friend? I don't have a lot of thoughts on Bound for Glory. I didn't catch any of it, if I'm being straight with you. I don't cover Impact anymore. I used to. I will tell you this. I wish all success to that company. I know Ken Shamrock got inducted to the Hall of Fame. That's great for him, for what it's worth for the Impact Hall of Fame. I know it's a big deal. I'm sure it's a big deal to him. I mean, he should be in it. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Dennis. So, yeah, maybe Impact is something I'll get back into at some point. We'll see what happens. Who's ready for some AE-dub? Are you? Let's see. Well, let's find out, man. John Moxley and Eddie Kingston to come face-to-face on the upcoming edition of AEW A Dynamite. How you folks feel about that? They've got the major championship match coming very soon. It's coming to Full Gear Saturday, November 7th. I'm looking forward to this match. It's going to be freaking off the charts. I suspect there will be color. What do you guys think? I suspect tons of color. Okay. Lots of color, loads of it, buckets of it even. We're talking old school Rick versus Dusty, baby. That's what I think's going to happen. You guys tell me what you think about it. Jason is late. You've missed all kinds of crazy shout outs. You missed the world heavyweight champion. I'm just saying to you. So there we go. Keith says, was kind of nice to have a husband and wife as a major champions in Impact. I hear you. Let's see. Brennan says, Hangman and Omega. Yes. Full Gear is coming up. Let's read through. Try that again. Let's read through the Full Gear card if you want. Hangman Adam Page, as we said, versus Kenny Omega. AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament. Final match. Winner receives a future AEW World Championship title match. I believe that Omega's winning this bad boy, and I think he'll take the title off of Moxley. That's my opinion. We'll see what happens. Cody with Arn versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship singles match. FTR versus the Young Bucks, dream match of a lifetime for those guys in that company. Tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. If the Bucks lose, they will never challenge for the AEW World Tag Team Championship again, much in the same way Cody's stipulation with the AEW World Championship happened. John Moxley versus Eddie Kingston, of course, an I Quit match for the AEW World Championship. Someone must say I quit. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, the Elite Deletion match, which is supposedly a cinematic match. I'm sure it'll be at the Hardy compound. Thank God everyone will be safe, and hopefully they will be, especially Matt. And I love Matt to death, and I wanted to see this thing come off without a hitch, and hopefully it will. Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose, singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Of course, Chris Jericho versus MJF. If MJF wins, he is in the inner circle. And, of course, Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. That's what we in the business call a stacked card. We don't call it. But, I mean, it's a stacked card, isn't it? How much fun is that? I'm definitely going to watch Full Gear. Who's going to check out Full Gear? Are you? Because I sure is. It's going to be good, baby. Carlos says Omega is a favorite to win that tournament in Dynamite. Reggie says, I'm going with the cleaner. So am I. Omega versus Moxley hardcore match. Can we take another hardcore match between these guys? It got crazy back in the day, man. Brad says, yes, he is. Let's see. I want to be wrestling for... Brother, I'd love to make out what you said. I'm having a tough time, but hey, thanks for watching and listening. Punk versus Orton for the championship. Brian, you can wait all day on that, my friend, I suppose, if you really want to. That's what you want to do. You can hang in there. Let's talk a little bit about Jericho versus MJF. I got something to share with you. My latest for Wrestling Rumors. There she is. That is my latest for the site. Will Jake Hager be the Inner Circle's X Factor, AEW Full Gear? Jay won Bellator 250 last night by split decision. Still a victory, okay? And good for him. Congratulations to him. He's been sort of, I said the strong silent type earlier. That's what he's been for the Inner Circle this entire time. And so we'll see if his role gets expanded this time out. I hope it does, because I think he's fully capable of becoming a top-level, upper-tier main event superstar. I really believe that he can and will at some point. The timing has to be right, obviously. He's got commitments outside the company, namely with Bellator, with other outside interests. But if those things get balanced correctly, don't be surprised if he either gets Jericho the win or screws Jericho and hands the Inner Circle to MJF, and then suddenly Jericho is exiled. What do you guys think about that? Huh? It's just theories. It's just theories, you know. By the way, go read that stuff if you don't mind. Miz cashing on Orton. Yeah, Mark, yeah. We're on to AEW, my friend. It's all good. He probably will. I would not be surprised. Jamel says I see him and Wardlow getting into it. I agree. I think Wardlow could end up as a baby face outside of this whole thing, along with Jericho, which would be a very different change of pace. We'll see what goes on. Yes, Timothy Eric Bischoff was on Dynamite last Wednesday. Yes, sir. Easy E. Hello, Linda. Happy Halloween to you as well. Linda, you've missed a bunch of shout outs, but never fear. Clearing my throat action. Wasn't that fun? Never you fear, because we got some more shout outs. This time, we've got some shout outs that are near and dear to me. If I'm being quite honest with you, my friends and extended HVW family. So if you don't know who these guys and these guys are, then you freaking should. Go follow High Velocity Wrestling. I'm the social media director for the company. When you see the black and purple logo, you found the right page. I promise you. I got links all over my social media. Go check it out. High Velocity Wrestling. If you will indulge me for a few moments, I've got some shout outs from the HVW crew. And for those of you who followed HVW, you know who these guys are. So please allow me a few moments. I assure you, this is pretty cool stuff.
Tom Clark, Viper, John Matthews. I never thought 20 years ago when I broke into this business and you was my manager that 20 years later, Tom Clark's Main Event would be hosting its 200th episode this coming Friday. 200? 200 episodes. Whoa. Can you believe that? That's pretty awesome, man. So from Viper, the EOD, John Matthews, and the rest of the HVW Pro Wrestling Training Academy students, congratulations on 200 episodes, Tom.
That's more congratulations, buddy.
We love you, brother. Thank you.
Sir.
Tom Clark, you might be a thorn in my side, but I hear you've got 200 episodes on Tom Clark's Main Event.
200 episodes.
Wow.
That's a milestone, Tom. And as much as we hate your guts, as much as we can't stand your biased social media presence with HBW, we wanted to take the time to say congratulations.
And what an accomplishment.
200 episodes of the Tom Clark Main Event podcast. Tom, congratulations from the big man on campus, TJ Boss. I know you don't like me too much, but it's all good. Congratulations on 200 episodes.
Tom Clark's Main Event, episode 200. Coming from a guy who knows something about milestones, who's been in Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 500 wrestlers in the world 7 years in a row, I know a little something about milestones. Greatness recognizes greatness, and Tom Clark, we don't always agree with each other, but I give respect where respect is due. And you just couldn't have a show called The Main Event without the main event. So one future champion of HVW to the champion behind the scenes of HVW, I say, congratulations. One day soon, HVW opens up. The respect goes out the window. Mr. Clark, you, Ken Magnum, and all the stupid fans of HVW will get your fix. But until then, congratulations.
Thank you for that. That was freaking awesome. That was Crucifix. Folks, Crucifix has actually been on SmackDown and Raw before. He's been used as an extra on WWE programming before. He's worked matches in WWE, like dark matches. I think he's been on TV a time or two, I believe. Chris is very good. He's, in fact, he's one of the best talents in HVW, I assure you. Go look up his stuff. You will not be sorry. And actually, behind the scenes, when we're not doing our HVW thing, he's a pretty good dude. But, you know, when we're doing the HVW thing, he's not my biggest fan, as you can tell. In that video, you also saw Ivan M. Righteous, along with Nathan Cross from the New Age Villains. Big props to them. Yes, we set aside our differences for the sake of the 200th episode. So as much as it kills me, Righteous, thanks for the shout out. I'm sure you'll be trying to sabotage me later, but it's all good. And Nathan Cross, I never had a quarrel with Cross. Cross is freaking fantastic. The NAV are a great tag team. And of course, Gary and the guys, thank you very much, brother. And TJ Boss. If you don't know TJ Boss, you are missing out. Okay. The main event of HVW's return in January of this year was TJ Boss versus James Drake versus JD Drake. There it is. So, dude, if you don't know the Boss, the big man on campus, you're missing out. You got to go look him up, man. He's great. I'm not even kidding. So, yes, he did, Nate. Predicted COVID. Yes, sir. Keith says, congrats. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. Hey, listen, thanks to everybody for watching right now who's being very patient with me as I'm playing these shout outs. We're not going to do this every week, but it's episode 200. So there you go. Yeah, please go follow HVW. We're going to get the page up and running, kick back up. We're going to get the website going again as of next week. Nathan and I'm going to go get some work done at his office and get this thing happening again. We've had to change servers and whatnot, move the site around a little bit, but we'll get it back up and running. So there you go. Shane says, I wonder how much Gary had to pay Ivan and Righteous for the shout out. Shane, here's the more frightening thing is that Righteous wasn't paid a penny to my knowledge, which makes this even more suspicious, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know what lays ahead for me now. Toby, thank you, brother. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate you guys. So how's about some more stuff? Want to do it? Let's do it. NXT, Halloween Havoc results. What a show this was, man. Top notch from start to finish. Johnny Gargano defeated Damian Priest to become the new NXT North American champion. Let's see. Santos Escobar defeated Jake Atlas. We didn't see that. No surprise coming there. Dexter Lumis defeated Cameron Grimes. Haunted a House of Terror match, which was beyond bizarre, but it was fun, right? As fun as it could be. I'm not going to lie. The zombie chicks freaked me out. I got a thing about zombies. If that makeup's well done, I am freaked out. I was about to curse. I'm not going to curse. So there you go. Pretty cool stuff. Rhea Ripley defeated Raquel Gonzalez in a singles match. Io Shirai defeated Candice LeRae. TLC match to retain the NXT Women's Championship in the main event. There you be. There it is, kids. How did you enjoy Halloween Havoc? Let me tell you this. I enjoyed seeing the name come back. I've always been a big fan of the name. It's one of the better WCW pay-per-views, in my humble estimation, was Halloween Havoc. When it was done right, as was the case with everything in WCW, because a lot of times you didn't get what you were paying for, kids. If I'm being honest with you, you never got what you were paying for. Sometimes it depends on what was going on in that company at any given time. Russo and whatnot, yikes. So, Reggie, I'm guessing it's Ciampa. Did they reveal it? Have they revealed it? I'm guessing it's Ciampa, which is yawn, right? Because, I mean, if they throw him right back in the mix, I don't know how you keep him and Gargano. First of all, if you split them up, if you take Gargano or Ciampa off of NXT and put them on the main roster, they will die. They will die, not because they can't get it done, but because WWE will ensure that they die. Happy Halloween, okay? I'm just calling it like I see it, brother. That's it. But if you keep them on the same program, guess what happens then? They're gonna run into each other. They're bound to. And do we need another confrontation? I mean, do we need that? I don't know. Toby says the entrance by Priest was epic. I hate he lost, but I agree. I interviewed Priest when he was still Punishment Martinez with Ring of Honor. He was a very straightforward interview. Didn't pull any punches, and I appreciated that. He was in his car on the way to a show, I think. Pretty sure. Driving out of state, I believe, wherever he was at the time. And he gave me the interview over the phone. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, it was a good interview. So, Shane says Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez was the best I've seen in a long time. Yeah, you know what? I hate Ripley's music. I hate it. I despise it. I loathe it. You know what I mean? She needs some Zakk Wylde doing her music. She's in Black Label Society, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. That's what I would do. Go after it. Like they don't have enough money, baby. They got tons of money. You kidding me right now? My God. See, Sandy says, I think Candice will win the championship at the next takeover. Very well could. NXT needs a team. There it is for Survivor Series. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So let's get let's do this, shall we? We've got some more shout outs to come. We've got 4 more, I think. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'm saving what I consider to be. And listen, it's hard to top the champ. Let's call it for what it is, but I got a good one coming, I think. Speaking of champ, speaking of a legend, let's talk about legends. Let's throw this man's face up on the screen. Let's do this.
Hello, Tom. You know who it is, Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express. And I'm here for one reason. And that reason is to congratulate you on your 200th episode on your wrestling podcast. And folks, don't miss it. Stay tuned to it. Tom Clark's Main Event. He does play-by-play commentary. He does it all. I just want to tell you, man, when you stand up for my business, you stand up for me. We appreciate it very much. Congratulations again. That's from fans of Tom Clark.
Ricky does. So I worked with Ricky back in the day. Gary and I both did in a company about an hour from me that has since shut down. And I don't know if Ricky would remember any of that. It's been a long time ago. But the handful of interactions I had with him were always positive, were always good. And I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely starstruck by him and Robert, especially together. Yikes. We ran a National Guard armory, and they came out. We had them come out to ELO's Rock and Roll is King. If any of you old schoolers out there know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? I was starstruck. I was supposed to be doing commentary. We let that music play for like 5 minutes after they got in the ring. Ricky turns around, and he's doing the throat slash action to us at the table. We didn't want to turn it off. We're doing like that at him. It's funny. Fans, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be shy. I'm not gonna lie. And you know what? And here's what they'll tell you. They will tell you that listen, when you approach these guys, you can't mark out, you can't be too much of a fan. You know, I totally get it, and I try not to be. But if, in my opinion, if someone were to come up to me doing that, I mean, maybe it would be irritating after a while. I don't know. But you know how I would take that? I take that as respect. So I mean nothing but respect. I don't mean anything but respect then. I mean nothing but respect now. If I were to, fangirl over somebody, I'd be like, this is all respect, man. I love you guys. Hey, what am I going to do? Stand there and lie to him? That's not me working anybody. That's me just being honest. So, anyways, thank you, Marcus. Rock and roll all night, party every day. That's my motto. It's never been my motto. Sounds good. Sounds good. The words Tom Clark and party animal have never gone together. Never gone together. So there you go. We're coming up on an hour, and guess what? I don't even care. You guys still hanging out or what? Nate says, I marked out hard when I met Becky Lynch. There you go, man. There you go. I met Darren McDaniel, DMC, the place to be, at a comic book convention in Charlotte, North Carolina, about an hour and 15 and some change from where I live. Okay. And I'm determined to find this to show you because it's freaking great. Because I met him. He could have been, he was nothing but nice to us. It was me and a friend of mine and my kid. And we walked past him. At the time, he was working on a comic book. And he was just there. And we walked past. We didn't know he was there. And I'm like, dude, that's DMC. And my buddy's like, what? I said, dude, that is DMC. So we went back. He had a Guns N' Roses t-shirt on. Okay. And I freaked out. And I'm trying to keep my composure. And this is the same dude that's met pro wrestlers and whatnot. He was very cool. I had a Deadpool shirt on. He immediately struck up a conversation. And I said, look, I know you guys are setting up your table. Can I get a quick pic, man? I'll leave you alone. And so, can you see this? There it is. DMC, the place to be. You want to talk about fangirling out? My God in heaven. Dude, it's DMC. How do you not lose your mind over that? I don't care how old you are or how young you are. That's got to mean something to you, baby. I'm just saying. Timothy says, keep it going. I'm getting chips and soda. Timothy's in for the long haul, baby. Tim's going nowhere. Get some pizza. Oh, listen, by the way, speaking of pizza and overeating and being like crazy big, Tom started last week on losing weight again. I lost 5 pounds in week 1. The goal is 5 pounds a week for the next 9 weeks. I got 50 to lose, baby. So I'm going to lose it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. So there you go. Shannon Vert says, Omega and Penta was awesome. Yes, ma'am. I could not have agreed more. Excellent match. Jason says, I've never even heard of him. So Jason, you've never heard of DMC? You never heard it? Okay. Jason, please tell me you're messing with me. Because if you've never heard of DMC, I mean,
hot garbage.
I'm sorry. That's if you've never heard of Run DMC. Jason, brother, someone help me. Whew. I'm going to pass out over here. Shane says, I met Ricky Morton and Honky Tonk, man. Too cool, dude. Honky, depending on where you meet him and what he's doing, can be cool. Sometimes maybe not so cool. I mean, wow, Jason. I weep for the future. Carter says, I met Ron Simmons. Did you really? I met in a convenience store. We met Ron at a show, and we got his autograph, and I talked to him a little bit after the show. It's pretty cool guy. So, Troy, yes, sir. Jay, yes. Oh, my goodness. Sheree says, why is NXT being left out of Survivor Series? Excellent question. But here's a better question for you, brother. Do you want them in it? You really want them in it? I mean, WWE has proven, if they've proven nothing else to you over the course of the past 2-3 years, they've proven they don't know how to handle NXT talents. You really want to see them on Survivor Series? I'll be okay if they're not there. No disrespect. I'm just calling like I see it. Brenda says, met Steiner Brothers in Minneapolis. That story ends with, and they almost killed me. I'm just kidding. They work stiff, baby. Just saying. Keith, I'll take that, but still hot garbage. Just saying. Listen, I'm too young to have ever seen Miles Davis. Well, no, maybe not. But I still love Miles Davis. You see what I'm saying? Don't matter how old you are. I mean, you can still get into stuff that was before your time, right? Come on. So, Tom, I get what you mean. I went to a show the Von Erichs were doing. I wanted Kerry Von Erich's autograph and missed him. My dad took me to the merchandise stand and asked the woman if he was coming back. I had a Von Erich photo book. Woman working the merchandise says she'd take it up to Kerry himself in his dressing room, and he signed it. Robbie, coolest thing ever. Great story, my friend. Troy says, apparently the reason NXT was left out of SummerSlam Survivor Series this year is because they're losing the ratings to AEW. Interesting. Are you messing with me? Because I wouldn't say no to that. I would agree with that. Not that it's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. But I could see that being their reason. The guy wouldn't want... Really, Sandy God, you flatter me, brother. Trust me, it'd be a handshake and a how are you doing? I don't really have much star power over here. But, I'm just saying. See, Troy said WWF lost the ratings to WCW for over a year, and Vince didn't pull the plug on that. Good point. Very good point. Christopher, I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I think NXT was in Survivor. Yeah, they won it last year. That's right. Remember, we were all like, holy God, they're going to win the whole thing. This is pretty cool. And now look what happened this year. There you go. So we're coming up on the hour. Don't nobody go nowhere. Do you see me leaving? I got more videos to play, baby. So for those of you who follow Ricky Morton, you know that Ricky has a pro wrestling school in Tennessee called the School of Morton. Pretty sweet deal. Some of our guys have gone up there to work for him and to work with their crew. They run basically what is called, I don't know if it's actually on TV up there, but they have a pretty cool little production going. And it's sort of a throwback NWA sort of studio vibe happening with that. Pretty sweet. So we've got some talents from the School of Morton who sent their well wishes as well. So let's check some of those out.
Hey Tom, it's RT3 right here at the School of Morton where we film SOM 505 Live each and every Sunday. And I want to congratulate you on 200 episodes on your main event show. Hey, and here's the 200 more, brother. Keep doing your thing.
Hey, this is Jeff Klepper. I'm one of the officials at SOM School of Morton. And I just wanted to say to Tom Clark, congratulations on your 200th episode, man. Keep going strong. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, I'm James Strange at SOM Live 505. Tom Clark, that's 200 episodes. Let's hope you get 200 more.
What up? I'm Marcus Eriks. I'm Jason Bly. And we hear it's your 200th episode, Tom Clark. So we just want to say congratulations, and we hope you have many more. Hell yeah.
Tom Clark, this is Draco from SOM Live, the Archangel, the Latin King, the Latin Sensation. Wishing you a happy 200 episodes on your main event. Congratulations, bud.
You know, I don't get nothing makes me smile or makes me happier quite as much as a fan as seeing someone embrace the camera. Embrace the camera. Like, so back during HVW's first quick story time, back during HVW's first run, the show was going to be taped and shown, I think, on local. Gary, you still here? Shown on local TV up there. And I remember being in the dressing room and Gary telling everybody, work the camera. No one's working the camera. So when Gary came out for his match, he found a cameraman. He worked that camera like a vet. Hardcore, baby. Wherever that camera went, Gary's face was in it because he knows. He knew then, he knows now. You have to make the best of your time. Jim Ross has said a million times, you have to maximize your minutes. You have to, every time you get on camera, make the absolute best of it and make an impact, make an impression. You have to make an impression. I appreciate that more than I could tell you. Shane says, I would geek out meeting the man behind Tom Clark. Nathan Workman is a genius. Man, Nate Dogg getting the praise today, baby. Shane, you're the man, brother. Thank you for that. Nate says, Shane Owen, check us in the mail. There you go, man. I miss HVW. I'm not going to lie. So, what else we got? I don't mean to keep ignoring everybody. I'm sorry. So let's see. Keith says my internet's rubbish. Keith, you're in a different country, aren't you? Am I wrong? Because it's like late at night for you, isn't it? Please tell me if I'm wrong. Last week I asked someone if they're in England. She's like, I'm in South Carolina, you moron. I'm like, oops. I got people from across the pond that watch, man. I'm international. I'm big in India. I have no idea why. You wouldn't think that. Sandy can tell you why they love David Hasselhoff, I assume. I don't know. But for some reason, they love me in India. Gary's letting the cat out of the bag. Baby, we've got some tentative plans, and we're going to be going live on HVW's Facebook page very soon, I assure you. And we're going to make some announcements. And we got a fingers crossed situation happening. Because you guys know the COVID thing's a big deal, but listen, let's hang in there. Everybody hang in there. Wear your mask. It's my show. I'll say what I want. I don't care. Wear your stupid mask. You're going to go in a grocery store? Think about the people that work there. Don't think about yourself for the 20 minutes you're in there. For God's sake, get over yourself. The Soapbox Moment brought to you by your friends at Tom Clark's Main Event. Yowza. Keith says, oh, he's in England. What's up? It's only 17:04. Okay. 5 o'clock in the evening, yes? I know time, baby. I know time. Excellent. Keith, you're the man. But I haven't mentioned that, Keith. Everyone tell Keith he's the man. Toby says, watch Flair versus Kerry Von Erich last night in a cage. I miss those times. I miss it too, man. I miss the old days. Oh, we got one more topic to get to. Where are we? Ratings this week. AEW, 781,000 compared to last week's 753,000. So they're up. However, NXT won tonight due to Halloween Havoc, 876 over last week's 644. So there you go. I fully expected this. I don't think any of us thought that it wasn't going to happen. Halloween Havoc was a top-notch show, dude. Top-notch show. AW was fine. Fairly good show. I'm not going to lie. But I thought Halloween Havoc stole the night, if I'm being honest with you. So there you go. Yeah. So listen, we've got a couple more shout-outs before we get out of here today. Don't nobody split. We're still here. We hope y'all are still with us. So keep hanging out, man. Let's see. Shannon, I firmly agree with you. Toby says, I recorded Halloween Havoc and got to admit it was better. I watched it, the full thing last night. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was putting the final touches on the show today. So I had that playing in the background. And it was distracting me because I was watching the matches. They're pretty good. So there you go. Christopher, I can always count on Chris to ask about Kelly Klein. I got nothing on Kelly. I wish I did. Maybe one of these days I'll snag that interview with her that I've been wanting to get. I'd love to talk to her, man. I'm trying. I put out some feelers. We'll see what happens. A lot of these talents are hard to reach if you don't have an established online connection. And I've got a couple, but I don't have the ones that I've had in the past, which sucks. I've reached out to a website or two. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to becoming a full-time writer again online, I mean, I'd like to get my feet back on the ground at some point. I mean, I write occasionally. I just enjoy the podcasting thing so much, dude. And, by the way, when we do go off the air today, come to my Facebook page. Any and all of you, please, 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 you will get a sneak peek. Episode 12 of Tom Clark's 6M podcast. What more could you ask for? And Nate, you'll want to tune in to that one, my friend. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. There you go, baby. So Timothy says, AW is way better than NXT. Sorry, guys. Well, listen, you can have your favorite, man. Everyone can have their favorite. It's all good. Pro wrestling is about variety. No, not one company doesn't need to dominate everything. No matter who that company or what that company is, it's not necessary. There's room enough at the table for everybody. Troy says, what do you think about the upcoming Netflix documentary on Vince? Undoubtedly, it'll be biased. If WWE's involved, you better believe it. They're not going to have anything in there that they don't want you to hear. Good call. What happened to the made-for-streaming service movie that was supposed to star Bradley Cooper as Vince and Thor, Chris Hemsworth as Hogan? I thought that was Netflix. Am I wrong? Is that Hulu? I mean, where is that? Is that a feature film? I mean, it could be. Wow. I don't know. I don't have the latest on that. All right, a couple more shout outs to get to. We've got some more School of Morton folks for you. Let's check it out.
Hey, Tom Clark. I just heard that the Main Event podcast actually made it to 200 episodes? I guess pigs can't fly. Well, from me, Franco Varga, the biggest wrestler ever. Here's to 200 more episodes. Keep doing your thing.
What's going on, man? It's Chris Phoenix here, and I just wanted to give a humongous congratulations to Tom Clark reaching 200 episodes on his podcast, the Tom Clark Main Event. Keep on rocking and rolling, brother.
I'm Justin Klein, Esquire, General Manager for SOM Live. I hear this is your 200th episode. Congratulations. I guess that's a big deal to some people.
How about Franco with the "When Pigs Fly" line? How good is that? I'm stuttering. That's good stuff. Big thanks to Ricky and all the guys at the School of Morton for the well wishes. Much appreciated. Very cool stuff. For those of you who split and you're not going to get to see the last shout out, don't you feel silly, because you will. Because if you're old school fans, you're going to miss this one. It's good stuff, man. Let's get a couple more comments here before we show the last. Oh, we got some viewers coming back. Let's do this. Listen, if you watch the show religiously, first of all, thank you. Second, if you've got friends who are wrestling fans who don't watch, shame on you if you haven't told them. For goodness sake, it's free. Well, internet's not free, I guess. You got to pay for it, depending on where you are, who you are. It's kind of weird. You can go steal a signal, can't you? I'm just saying. Theft in the name of watching my show, you are allowed to break the law. I'm just saying. One of my best friends is an attorney. Okay. I got you. He'll tell you. Go ahead. He needs some more work. He's vastly underworked. He tells me all the time how he has nothing to do. He could take some more clients on anytime. So listen, if you get arrested for stealing on behalf of the show, we got your back. We'll see what he says to that. Let's see. Ortiz and Sammy. Yes, sir. That's coming up on Dynamite this week. So he's splitting the camp of the Inner Circle is MJF. So Santana apparently is good with MJF. Did you see the pic on Twitter? It's freaking awesome. It's really, really good stuff. You know what? I'm going to bring that sucker up. How's about that? If I can, watch me not be able to do it. Watch this sabotage the entire show. I don't want that to happen. Maybe I shouldn't do this. You know what? Nothing ventured. You know how that ends, don't you? So let's see. Let's find it. By the way, as soon as we're done here today and we do the 6M podcast bit, all my social media logos are changing to the new logos. So that'll be fun. Stay tuned for that. Let's see here if we can do this. Boom. Stop the screen. Share screen. Technology's fun. There we go. There we go, kids. Tell me that's not hilarious. Everything was all good until... Is that fun stuff or what, baby? Can you beat that? MJF is so funny, dude. He's so good. Are you kidding? So good. I had to share that with you if you haven't seen it. It's pretty freaking cool, right? They says Tom Clark's main event does not recommend any illegal activity. Them was just jokes. So there you go. Let's see. Brad says, watched you on McDonald's Wi-Fi. Hey, whatever you got to do, baby. I'm just saying. Shannon, let's talk about the Spaceballs episode of Tom Clark's 6M podcast. My apologies for the bird. I've said this before. My house is at the end of a cul-de-sac and my office is upstairs near trees. I've tried to soundproof the window. However, the annoying birds will not leave me alone. So it was chirping through the entire episode. I hope it wasn't distracting to you. And yes, the boy has returned.
It's too hot.
It's like, how hot is it?
Really hot in the house.
That's a pun. Oh, the heat's on. Go turn the heat off. Go turn it off. It was cold this morning. What are you going to do? I don't want to be cold. Are you kidding me? Timothy says, MJF, the new leader at the Inner Circle. We'll see what happens. Gary says hello.
Who is that?
Gary, dude. Doofus. Say hello. Don't be rude.
Hi.
There it is. All right, baby. We got one more major. Man, for anybody left, if you're old school, I don't care if you're old school or not. You're going to miss this. I feel sorry for you. Hopefully you watch this after the fact and you don't miss anything. Because it's pretty freaking good, too. This was, I don't want to say my favorite because they're all awesome. But this was pretty freaking special. So for old school pro wrestling fans, you'll know this guy. Enjoy.
Tom Clark's main event, getting ready to celebrate the 200th episode. Man, that's a lot. Magnum TA here, yes, behind all the scruff and that missing hair of mine. This is the boss from back in the day. And Tom, I just want to congratulate you because I know that as big a fan as I still am of wrestling, I know it's a lot of hard work to do those podcasts. You know, I can reminisce and talk about the good old days with people here and there and enjoy it quite a bit. But it's got to be a challenge to come up with good content week in, week out for those podcasts. And I've listened to a little bit of your work, and frankly, you do one hell of a job. So I just want to say congratulations. I hope that I get reached out to when you're on your 400th episode, and I wish you many, many more, because there's not enough people out there keeping the tradition alive, talking about the good old days, talking about a lot of this new young talent that's out there today, and talk about the people that are just trying to keep this art form alive, because that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. It's like the oldest storytelling forum of all time, episodic in the round, full contact, entertainment in your face, very physical thing, and I enjoyed it doing it more than I can really do justice to in these few minutes here. But again, my hat's off to you. Congratulations on the great work. Keep up the good work, and I'll be watching for you. Take care, my friend.
I don't know what to say after that. When the boss tells you you're doing a heck of a show. Mike's not muted. Shut up. Don't ruin it. It's not muted. Shut up. Would you shut up? He's ruining it. Listen, I grew up watching Dusty and Magnum. America's team. I'm just saying, baby. Versus the Midnight Express versus the Horsemen. Shut up. Are you kidding me? When the boss tells you you're on track, baby, you on track. Believe that. Yes. Shane knows. Look here. Shane knows. Madam T, would you stop? Madam T is a great to see him. If not for the car wreck, he would have been. Let me tell you guys something right now. All of you listening and watching. Were it not for that car wreck when Magnum wrapped his Porsche around a telephone pole back in the 80s, 86, I think. Listen, we'd be talking about him in the same breath as all of the monster legends of the business today. This guy would have been a multi-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He would have went to WWF and owned that company. Believe that. If he showed up in WWF, brother, Hogan would have been out the door. Come at me and feel free to get knocked down, okay? Because I don't run, all right? They wouldn't have needed him because Magnum was a real deal. In the ring, out of the ring, on the mic, dude, don't even. Magnum's a real deal. The boss. Believe it. God, that hypes me up, man. I'm ready to go conquer the world right now. Gary, I did not know it was Eaton's car. Would you shut up? How did I not know that? I never freaking knew that, man. Wow. So at the time, Toby, thank you. I'm going to show your comment. Madam had everything you need. I couldn't have said it better. At the time when the accident happened, no internet, no nothing. You know what we had? The local news. The first thing we heard was that Magnum was dead. It was terrifying as a kid. I was like petrified that this guy was gone. For real. I'll never forget that. And thankfully he survived. They said, first of all, he'll never walk again. They were, first of all, they said he'll be paralyzed for life. They were wrong. Said he'll never walk again. That was wrong. I'm glad to see Magnum happy, healthy, safe, all the above. Great freaking dude, man. Great dude. So, guys, we have gone maybe the longest we've went ever here on Wrestling Rumors. We do have some old school fans in the house, Alma. There you go. So, yeah, very cool. Tab says, I remember crying thinking he had died. Same here. I was very upset. It was a Porsche, Shane. In fact, I looked this up the other day to show it to my kid. And because he had no idea. Listen, this is pretty terrifying. I'm just full disclosure right now because I'm about to show it to you. It's pretty freaking terrifying. Let's see. And when you ask me how he lived through this, I will tell you that I don't know. Because, brother, let me tell you, it was not good. Let's bring this up real quick before we get out of here. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Thank God he's okay. But I'm going to share this if I can. Hang on. It's a work in progress, Nope, wrong one. I keep doing the wrong one. I got something else queued up for the 6 a.m. That's what's happening. That's what's up, as they say. There we go. You ready for that? Look at that. Can you imagine? Crazy. But yes, thank goodness he's okay. I mean, I know it's been years and years ago, but still, man, to live through that, are you kidding me? There you go. All right, folks. I know we didn't cover every single news story of the week as we typically tend to do, but I think we're going to take it home. Listen, here's what I'm going to tell you right now to every single one of you out there who have listened, who have watched, who have supported over the past 6 years at any given time. Thank you very much. I could not be more grateful for your support. Again, big ups to Nathan Workman, to my HVW family. Gary, what's up? To everybody behind the scenes who has helped coach me up along the way, from everything to getting what tech I would need to how to actually do things over the past 6 years. I think the show's improved. I hope it has. I feel like it has. And to all the guys and gals I've interviewed over the years, of course, big thanks. The show's not going anywhere. I have no intention of ever stopping this show. Who knows what the future holds, but this thing's been a labor of love for me for the past 6 years, and I have no intention of ever stopping. So, we're going to be here for a good long time. So hopefully you won't get tired of us anytime soon. So I think that's all I got for you. I hope you guys, please stop with the dog. We're trying to end on a good note. I don't want to hear it. The dog hates the boy. No, it's a lot. What'd I say?
He hit his head.
Yeah, on your hand.
No, I mean in the stairs.
Are you done?
Well.
So, again, to everyone out there I lost my train of thought. Thanks, kid. So to everyone out there who has supported, to everyone out there who watches and listens, thank you as always. Thanks so much. I do very much appreciate it. We cannot get out of here without thanking Heidi Ryan and the crew at Wrestling Rumors for giving us this platform. As I've said many times in the past, Heidi, if you're watching, thank you. I'm sorry it took me to the end of the show to say thank you. That sucks. My apologies. I've had a full plate here. But yeah, without her giving us the ability to use the Facebook page, man, we're getting our reach out there extended far beyond where we were before. And the DOG has finally made an appearance. There he is, kids. So, yeah, we're getting out of here, man. Listen, thank you again to everybody out there. I do very much appreciate it. It says it's a perfect ending. You better believe it. Thank you, Miss Lopez. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Shane. Keith. Thank you, everybody. Cherie, thank you very much. Thank you, Jeff. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it. Toby. Troy, I don't know if you split or not, my man, but thanks. I look forward to doing a show with you, brother. So, let's get out of here, man. Listen, everybody have a great weekend. Have a happy and safe Halloween. Halloween? Halloween. There it is. No havoc for you on Halloween tomorrow. How about that? Yep, that's it for us, man. Thank you again so much for being there, for continuing to watch. I assure you will be here for a good long time to come, as I said before. And let's get out of here. If you like the logo, I dig the logo. And the music. It's dreadfully terrible, but I love it. That's it, baby. We're out of here. We'll see you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.